You don't have access to this feature. Hello, we're live.
Hi guys, welcome to
You can keep going.
my channel.
Just trying to see if I can change the camera.
Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I have my husband with me on the channel, James,
Hello.
and he is a SNC expert. So we are going to be doing a live Q&A. We have some questions that people asked us on YouTube and on Instagram. And yeah.
Go for it. I'm going to ask you the first question, though.
Are you asking the first question?
Mona's got an epic website called helpingpsychology.com. What are your future plans with Helping Psychology? And your listeners now, how can they benefit from it?
So my future plans with Helping Psychology is to help every athlete out there master their mind. And also I've made it into a course recently so that it's affordable and you don't need necessarily to have one-on-one sessions for these things to work. And a lot of times people wonder, like, which skills should I use? Because if you go on the internet and you Google and you read books, there are thousands of mental skills out there that can help you take your game to the next level. But what I've done with my recent course is I have put together the most important mental skills together with a workbook. So you will be able to learn how to apply those mental skills to your sport and to your life. And it's something that you can use ongoingly. So you can go back, see how you've been doing, and ultimately learn how to unleash your inner beast.
Nice. I think for future live streams as well, we're going to need to use a software because the YouTube thing's shit. And it's not letting us use the webcam and it's not letting us use the microphone. So if the quality's average, guys, it'll be upgraded when I figure out how to do that, probably with OBS.
Okay. Now my question I have for James. Now we were kind of going to do this the other way around. We were going to ask each other the questions that actually came from our viewers, but James started asking the personal questions first. So I guess
you can ask the other questions.
So I guess I'll just continue on that trend. So my question that I have for James is, you can tell the people out there, when are you going to compete in a weightlifting competition?
Probably never again.
Why?
Because I have a new sport now.
So he's actually very talented in weightlifting, and for some reason he doesn't want to compete. He wants to just do.
I'm done with my competitive weightlifting career. I'm not going to get any further than national level, and I don't mind just doing it for fun and competing in jiu-jitsu instead.
Okay, so what is your jiu-jitsu goal then? When are you competing next?
Hopefully end of April. Hopefully. Depending when the next comp is. It's a bit difficult here in New Zealand with red traffic light if anyone is from around this way.
Good.
What?
Your question.
Oh, you want me to ask you another one? No, go into the questions from your followers.
You're making this way too difficult. Okay, so first question from one of my followers on YouTube. So I'll ask this for James first, and then it applies to me too. Okay. But basically, the first question is, what is my future goals in sport? So I'll ask you that, but you kind of did speak about it a bit.
So your turn to answer that.
So my future goals with regard to weightlifting is, firstly, I want to get back. I've done my first competition, so I don't want to say I just want to get back onto the competition platform, because I've done that now. It was awesome, and I want to continue competing and kind of just see where it takes me. I don't have any specific goals right now. All I am focusing on is on the process. I want to have fun in training. I want to use weightlifting as an outlet. I will see, and if I do well and I qualify for international events, then that's just an extra bonus. But yeah, at the moment, I'm a bit more focused on the business side of things and with my psychology and yeah, just basically everything that I've learned through sport. I want to be able to now contribute to my clients out there. Second question, okay, future goals, business. So I'll ask this one for James, because even though we've got our businesses together, we also have separate businesses and they kind of interlink, but they also kind of separate. So I'll let James tell you like what these future goals is for his businesses and just explain to you what his businesses are and what they're about.
And for the one person who's now joined us, feel free to ask us any questions on anything related in the title.
Well, you do know this video is going to be saved.
Yeah, that
and
too.
Then it's going to be distributed out to the other people out there.
But regarding business goals, for me, I've got sweetscienceoffighting.com, and I want to essentially turn that into essentially the biggest name for combat sports preparation. And then, yeah, essentially to make a very good living through the online websites. We have liftbigeatbig.com as well, which is kind of like our joint, I guess you could say, fitness website that focuses on weightlifting and other areas of fitness, and that's to grow that to full-time income as well. And then outside of that, yeah, there's just a bunch of other small things regarding online website stuff and growing the online business, really. And you?
And that's awesome. Okay, so my future goals with regards to business is, so I am a weightlifting coach and I'm a mental performance coach. So I want to be able to grow those two businesses to really reach great heights. I want to be able to change a lot of people's lives with both the weightlifting and the sports psychology. And with my weightlifting coaching, it's all basically online now. So I have one-on-one clients that I see, but I've recently made a subscription program for those of you that are interested to join. It's a 3 days a week, and now I'm going to have a 4 days a week weightlifting program too. And the thing that makes this program different is I cover things like mobility in there, accessory work, your strength work. It's got different training cycles. What else? Each exercise in the app will also come with a video. So you will also be able to do all of your stuff. You'll open your app. It will be on Team Builder, or it's currently on Team Builder. You'll see all your exercises are there, your weekly plan. And yeah, it takes the guesswork out of, everything. That's why I made sure that there's videos and stuff. And then with helping psychology, like I said, I just recently released a course, and it's called Unleash Your Inner Beast. So when you go to the link when this video is done, I will link it there in the description. I will also link James's website with the Sweet Science of Fighting and everything, so that you can also have access to that. And then also our Lift Big, Eat Big venture, which is my weightlifting coaching and a lot of strength training and fitness related stuff down there. But yeah, it's very exciting. And yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to say, but I forgot now. Okay. Name one exercise that is most important maintaining strength for weightlifting.
Did you want to do snatch and clean separately, or everything?
Let's just say all in all, because I think that's what he meant. But maybe you can kind of give your perspective of what you think is the most important exercise. And then I'll give my opinion if it's different to yours.
That's like a near impossible question to answer. but overall, you could probably just put a squat in there if you're going to take a very general approach to the snatch and clean and jerk, maintain lower body strength or develop lower body strength, but still have some upper body strength involved as well to support the weight. And that if you're only going to pick one, that's probably all that you can do.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I would also have said a squat. The other exercise that I believe is also really valuable is pulls. And also the main thing with pulls is, and even if you do things like clean deadlifts or snatch deadlifts, depending on, which one you choose or which one you're wanting to work on, I think one of the biggest mistakes people make, though, is when it comes to pulls and they can really even help you increase things like your squats. But if you do them incorrectly and you use the wrong muscles and your form goes out and you start to do it like a conventional deadlift, then you basically lose the whole goal of what you want to achieve of building strength in Olympic weightlifting.
I should add as well, I found just doing power snatches and just power cleans is pretty good just for maintaining overall weightlifting strength. Even with minimal squatting and minimal pulling volume, you can get a lot out of just doing power snatch, power clean.
It's interesting.
You don't agree?
No, I don't not agree. I think it's good to be able to do those movements in order to stay up,
if
up
you're
there
not
with your power.
Competitive weightlifter like you,
yeah,
you can power snatch, power clean.
Yeah, I think if your goal is to use weightlifting to improve power and strength in other sports, then definitely that's a great way. But if you want to increase strength in general for weightlifting, I think the most important would be either a pull or a squat. Okay, now this is a question from one of our dear friends in America, which now live in Austin, Texas, Will and Rachel. So they ask, okay, so before I say the question or ask the question, so James and I will be going back to Austin, Texas in June. So that's also why the question, hence why the question. Can we float the San Marcos together once you're in Austin? We are so pumped.
Yes.
Okay. James is very lame, but I would say yes, of course. It's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. But I just haven't, because of obviously always working towards competition. So I haven't really had time to actually experience fun things in the States. So we are definitely super excited to do that. So we are also both pumped, even though James doesn't show it much. We are both pumped to go and float with you guys. I've seen a lot of photos and videos of it. And I think it's something that's just really cool.
You can take some Bud Light with you.
Okay, James can take some Bud Light with him. I will not be doing that. Okay. Okay, last question. Okay, not a question though. This is actually a statement. He says, Seabreeze 220 says, James looks kind of like Simon Martirosian. I don't know how to pronounce his surname. He's Armenian. Do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he was my laptop background for a while.
Okay, so James knows who he is.
I think.
I didn't at first know who he is because he's not one of the
but I mean, it's pretty
top
similar.
weightlifters that I follow.
We've got the same level of skill in weightlifting.
I'll show you guys a picture here now in a second. Let me get a picture here.
Are they going to be able to see that?
Can you see? Wait, I'll do the trick. So I don't know if I see the resemblance. Maybe James does. Maybe he thinks with his strength he's there, but not quite yet.
Was that other questions you had?
No.
Wasn't there another one?
Oh.
No, maybe not.
No. It wasn't another question from a person. But the other thing I wanted to ask is, this is now my personal questions, because this is what we were going to do second. Okay, so my question to you is, what's your favorite part of being a strength and conditioning coach?
Helping athletes make a career out of sport and to be able to essentially earn a living from their sport. That's pretty much it. And having them reach essentially their highest level and to play at the highest level that they can. That's really it. Short and simple.
Your question?
My question?
Because we were supposed to come up with 3 questions each.
I've got another one for you.
And he's only come up with one.
One for the athletes out there. How can they deal with or stop being so nervous before a competition? Are there any strategies that they can use that you can give them right now that they could use to help them be less nervous?
I like this question a lot. Firstly, because I used to struggle a lot, being nervous, battling with anxiety. But the first thing that's the most important before I give any tips or strategies or anything with regards to dealing with anxiety or nerves is you need to pinpoint what are the things that make you nervous. If you can be aware of what is causing you to be nervous or anxious when you perform your sport, or even when you go up and do something like public speaking, or when you are in big crowds, if you can figure out what the trigger is, that already is the first step to dealing with that anxiety and that nervousness. And then tips and tools that you can use, and this is very individual to each and every one, but one extremely important one that I use that has helped me a lot is breathing. So I really do a lot of breathing exercises because I just feel that
What
really...
kind of breathing exercises? What's an example?
What do you mean, what type of breathing exercise?
Like what's an example of a breathing exercise that you would use?
4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. That's one of my favorite ones, because I tell myself, do that 3 or 4 times. And if it's something that really causes me a lot of anxiety, the deep breaths in by my nose and out by my mouth, just breathing in really long and deep, that actually just helps calm my nerves. It just makes my heart rate go down. It makes me feel less anxious, and it actually makes me feel a lot more focused and in the zone. So that is one of my favorite tips or strategies for dealing with like nerves and anxiety. Another thing is also just if you're in a situation that's very stressful, is just going for a walk, just doing something that can just relax you immediately. Going for a walk, listening to some relaxing music, doing some stretching, some mobilization, anything that you want to do that generally creates, a sense of calm. So those are probably 2 of my favorite ones. And then it's just about, like I said, figuring out what causes you to be nervous. And then after that, you figure out the steps.
Nice.
Okay. Third question and last question before we have to go. What are you currently working on?
Like 20 different things and too many things. So, Sweet Science of Fighting, my combat sports site. And that's currently I'm working on 2 new courses, the podcast for it, and then still publishing content. And then Lift Big, Eat Big, publishing more content as often as possible. And then I'm also running a gaming website, so publishing content on there. Another finance website, publishing content on there. Helping a company called Exafly. They do flywheel. You've probably seen on Mona's Instagram. Her flywheel stuff, helping them with their website and content strategy. I think that's everything.
Do you want to tell them also your social media just so they can go and follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me, but I don't do anything on it.
Okay. What's your social media?
At JDeLacey90 on Instagram, at JDeLacey01 on Twitter. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. And if anyone wants to follow me, at Powerful Pretorius is my Instagram. My Twitter is at Mona Pretorius. And I'm also on TikTok as Mona Weightlifter.
Perfect.
Yeah. Do you have a last question?
Yes. When are you going to finish my course for Sweet Science of Fighting? If you don't know, Mona released a legit sports psychology or mental skills course on her helping psychology, and she's going to repurpose it and direct it towards combat athletes. So when is that going to be done? So that people can get it.
So I'm going to start working on it next week because I just finished my course yesterday for my helping psychology, Unleash Your Inner Beast. And now I'm taking just a 2-day little holiday. So I can just revitalize or rejuvenate my mind and just like help me feel like all fresh and everything. I've been needing this break for a little while now because I competed last weekend too. So to put it out there on live, I'm going to start your course next week. It took months to finish mine, just so you know. But I will not take months to finish his course. And I will definitely give my best with it. And for every martial artist out there, from BJJ to boxing to karate, this course will be perfect for you.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So guys, thank you all for watching.
Next time, I'm going to try to figure out OBS Studio so we can use the better camera, the better mic, the better everything.
Yeah. So today was basically a trial run of how we are going to be doing lives in the future. But if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and ring that notification bell so that you know when we will be releasing lives as a couple.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching.